pass from Havili was magic. The shift on for Crotty. Boom, far down you go, Quackett Smith. Me, oh my, I have enjoyed that. Yes, boy.
Draft Rugby, the game they play online in heaven.
Welcome to the Draft Rugby Show, Season 10, Episode 1. This is our 10th years, boys. I cannot believe that, to be honest. But we're talking today about the Super Rugby Hot Shit. And it's the Hot Shit Show. It's my favourite one of the year. I don't know about you guys. So very excited.
Yeah, 10th year, and Cargie's still going to seem like it was his first. But no, it's definitely one I'm excited about. Talking just exciting young players who are going to make their name this season. And geez, we were pretty good with it last year too.
And talking about rookies, mate, I can't believe we got this far into the podcast and you two haven't even announced yet that we're launching. We're finally doing it. Yep. Super Rugby. We are launching the Draft Rugby Fantasy Rugby platform. We've just come off. We're still running the URC that we started last September, and that
was our beta. That was our beta run through the URC,
open beta, and yeah, we're ready to go. We did technically run Super Rugby last year, but that was literally for one league, and half the stuff didn't work. But that's how we build up the platform now, and we're good to go. So please get on it. Go to draftrugby.com. We will be opening up Super Rugby. We're just getting the players in from our stats provider. We'll be opening it up to create leagues and invite your friends, hopefully next week.
And Cargie's been working full-time on this thing.
Literally,
so,
I have.
Mark's come on board. He's working too many hours on it as well. You boys have been working very, very hard. So we're very excited to what we can put out. We're going to have a free and a paid version straight away for Super Rugby. But really, you know, the success of these things lives and dies with the fans and the people's ability to kind of spread the word. So please, if you've got anyone that likes fantasy sports at all, try and drag them into some fantasy rugby, because we think that we've got the best system that is going around, the best scoring. Every player matters, every position matters.
If you haven't played before, it's just going to be full of banter, ripping on your mates and stuff when you're playing week to week, making trades. It is a lot of fun, and it will make you love rugby and Super Rugby more than you ever have.
That's it. If you thought you loved rugby already, there's another level to be achieved, we're telling you. So get into it, and yeah, like we said, we need your support to play the game, spread the word. It's going to be good.
So this is the new Hot Shit podcast. Oh, this is going to be fun. Whenever I press any of those buttons, I'm the only one that can hear it.
Just for our listeners, we've got Harry a new Roadcaster soundboard, and he's now got a few buttons with some sound effects. Nelson and I have actually just played a very dangerous game by letting Harry be in control of this, so at any moment he can really poo-poo us with some of his sound effects, but he's like a kid in a candy shop right now, so we'll see how that goes anyway. Look at us stepping up our game after 10 years.
Took a little while. We're going to look back at 2025 first, that's right?
Let's do it. Yep.
So we're going to look at our best tips and our worst tips. Some of our best tips. Teddy Wilson. Geez, I would have liked to see him more, but he was just absolutely phenomenal. And every time he got a crack, and Henry O'Donnell.
And a good crack he got, because remember Jake Gordon was out
yes,
for a bunch of
and when he took that chance, and he had that little bit of time, that he was phenomenal. I wanted him starting every week this year, to be honest. So I wanted... As a player that loves Jake Gordon, as a Waratahs fan, I actually wanted Jake Gordon to leave, which is horrible. But I think Teddy's that good. And we also had Henry O'Donnell. He had a,
I thought he had a cracker year.
He had a crack. I had big expectations, to be honest, of him. I think he's a really, really good player, and I think he's actually taken a year, or he's just taken some time away from rugby, as far as I can tell at the moment. He was in the Tars, and then he's gone MIA, and I think he's just taken some time away, so hopefully he finds his way back from the abyss.
Then we had, from the Reds, we had Massimo De Lutis and Joe Bryle. Massimo, he got a fair amount of time.
Mate, he was injured. He was meant to play for the Wallabies.
Yeah, but in Super Rugby.
Yeah, but he's good enough to make the Wallabies as a 21-year-old.
It's pretty good.
I'd say that's a pretty good tip.
This is why we're talking about him in good tips from last year. And Joe Bryle. Joe Bryle really, to me, towards the back half of the season, really took off, particularly when he was standing in for... There was a few injuries.
Harry
Reds
Wilson,
back row, and I think we'll talk about him as being set to have another big year this year. So.
100%. Yeah. And then we've got Fahey Fine Anganofo.
Nice.
I think we didn't get to see him every single week, but I think he established himself more or less in the top side of the Hurricanes, and he was the big damaging winger that we thought he would be, the former Sevens.
They need to just commit. Kenny Naholo one wing, Fahey on the other wing, mate.
So
just
good.
Commit, all right?
I'm all for it. Morby at fullback.
And I think we can all agree.
Caleb 10.
Caleb Tangatau. Guy's an absolute freak.
Huge.
Yeah, absolute freak. And Viveni, vegetarian lasagna.
As we go in, we forgot that. We went back to the notes. Look, he didn't live up quite as much in the first half of the season, but God,
he's good.
He started coming through.
I'm pretty sure the commentators call him vegetarian lasagna.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that took off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Leroy Carter, I'd say that was a pretty big success calling him out.
That was pretty good.
Not really sure you can have much of a better first year in Super Rugby.
Unbelievable.
He's a pretty good player. Like, I wish he was Australian.
Look, I'm not going to lie, it did hurt because I did have Nana Saturo that I picked up in the draft who got injured in the first 5 minutes of the first game that allowed Leroy Carter to start the whole season.
Leroy Carter came in with a bang, and then you just expected it to fade at some point. It never did.
No.
Week after week.
Maximum effort. And then, of course, we have Kyron Tormafalau. And did I not nail that name? Or
Tamoe Falano, you did, but I think...
I was expecting you to use a sound effect. Harry's got a sound effect for when I bundle the name.
Oh, no, I was just...
We'll save it. You'll butcher one.
It's gonna, Don't worry. Don't worry.
I don't need to rush it.
Do you need applause every time you say a name, right?
Yeah, that would be good.
Going.
I need the feedback.
Yeah.
But,
no, so I think he was probably not the biggest call from us because I think he did score a lot of tries 2 years ago, but he did just come of age and get even better. And now he's so good that he's signed with the New Zealand team.
Yep, absolutely.
Which is what every Moana Pacifica player does once they play well enough, right?
That's it. Yeah. I mean, and also he's he's the Chiefs of the teams that you could go to.
It's not bad.
So
it's up there. I'd say it's top 12.
Cool. All right.
Top 11 even.
And now look, whilst we normally like a very one-sided approach and only talk about the good tips that we make, now let's also revisit what were the worst tips.
We can do them quickly.
We can, yeah. What are the worst tips we made? Who do we tip that have a good year that didn't?
Well, I was a big fan of Ned Slack-Smith, the former
Me
Australian
too.
I have to say, I think the
captain.
two of you were talking down on him.
Yeah, the guy's been let go completely from the main squad, I believe.
It must be a personality thing.
I think he had a lot of injuries and things as well, but did not eventuate.
Mason Gordon, it's not our fault. It's not his fault.
No.
He's had a long history of concussion, and it really dragged on for him. He's post-concussion syndrome, I'm pretty sure, and he called it quits, which is sad because he had a big career ahead of him, I think.
Yeah, I think I'll let us off that one.
And then the player that, again, very easy to call. I think I definitely went overboard on this one, but Peyton the Prince Spencer.
He was your number one draft pick, wasn't he?
Look, I was thinking about it. It was look, I just thought he'd come straight out of the gates and absolutely take Super Rugby by storm. But maybe that's this year.
Yep.
So
I'm pretty sure we're naming him again.
Yeah,
so we'll just keep going until we don't go hard.
Absolutely.
And then the last one that again will probably come up again tonight is Akeli Rebitu. I thought that he was going to really push Muntz and Armstrong Ravula. I've never been completely convinced by Muntz in the Fijian and Drua side, although, to be fair, he has performed pretty well for the national side now. Yeah. But Armstrong Ravula had a breakout year, and Rebitu just really struggled to get game time. So he played 3 games in 2024. He played a whopping 2 games in 2025. One at inside centre and one at fullback. So the fly half didn't go that well.
Yeah, exactly. Neither at 10.
This is his year, though, like you said.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, that's last year's tips. Before we rip into this year's, let's look at some listener questions. So I think we always love throwing out to you, the listeners,
All the followers,
all the fans, and get some questions. So
we got thousands, so we just picked, I think, the top 5.
That's true. Yeah, there was about 25,000 comments. We just had to pick the top few. But what have we got, Harry? If you'd stop covering up the notes, we had first one from Adrian Collins Rugby. Players to watch who had a great NPC campaign. I mean, I feel like there's spoilers, but Dylan Pledger. I mean, is there?
Oh, mate.
Is there anyone who had a better NPC campaign?
No.
Have I just picked the low-hanging fruit? Was it?
Yeah, I mean,
he was
outrageous.
I think
doing match winning, setting up tries, scoring himself.
Oh, mate, if there was, you think it takes halfbacks a while to learn that inside support line, like how to always be in the right place, but he obviously was born with that. Because I actually thought he had tied for the most tries in the NPC, but I think he was
one behind.
Was one behind.
That's pretty poor.
8 tries in his NPC season.
I was going to say Fanang Anganofo was one of them in 9 tries.
In Aussie Tomasi Maka.
Yeah. Tomasi Maka at 9 tries, but Pledger 8 tries from halfback, and then Macca Springer gets a name at 8. Stanley Solomon, who I think we're talking about a little bit later, 8 tries as well. And then Gibson Papuali'i, I don't know if he's actually signed on any of the Super Rugby sides, but he comes up, he did very well.
That's what I was getting confused in the notes, actually, because I'm pretty sure he topped the double busts, and that's that's my go-to stat is the tackle bust. You know what I mean? So,
The other
It's
one-
good for fantasy.
The other one for me was, if you have a look at the stats, Josh Jacome
Yeah.
absolutely killed it. So he came second in all over carries, 148, to Christian Leo Willie's 166. He came fifth in clean breaks with 14.
14 line breaks from 10.
Yeah, there's more in there as I scroll through here. I don't
Probably not line-outs.
Not line-outs one.
Yeah. Meters, topped meters.
Top meters, 830
Yes,
meters
from
over
10.
San Sullivan, 880.
He was in my fantasy
Devine.
team.
That's
He didn't do
Damien,
that.
that's Damien McKenzie numbers. You know what I mean?
And he's also second on points with 133. Cam Miller, the only one to beat him, with 156. So he was. I just looked at that and I went, oh, okay, he played fullback. I went and checked. No, he played 10 for all of that.
yeah,
So
very much, yeah.
I really hope that they play a Josh Jacome and Damien McKenzie double.
Please,
That'd be nice. I'd like it.
it would be good.
I mean, they're stacked, so it's pretty hard.
Otherwise, you roll the dice and just hope D-Mac gets injured, and then you have Jacome for the rest of the season.
Wowza.
The big thing for me is, in years gone by, we've always looked to those stats and gone, well, that guy is going to have, like, Jonah Nareki is going to come through and absolutely kill it. I don't think there's anyone that we haven't seen before that we went, that guy, other than maybe Pledger, that's just going to appear out of nowhere.
It's Pledger.
Yeah,
It's Pledger.
He's the man.
That's
true.
There's your answer.
Sweet. And
Mate,
you go.
We'll throw this one to you, Harry. So by Balumbar Craig, who is the most exciting AU rookie to look out for this year and why?
Well, we've got a few picks about this, and we've been asked a few questions.
Should we
about
all?
it as well.
Well, two of us have got one.
No,
Cargie has to come up with one.
I'm pretty sure that we've all got the same player. Number one, and it should be you, mate, because I swear I've heard his name more than I've heard you say Isaac Lucas.
Yeah, I think you've taken over our messenger group about rugby.
Mate,
for like
Trayvon
several weeks.
Pritchard.
Yeah, just highlights of sevens. Really.
Jeez. I just want you guys to
Trayvon
be.
Pritchard,
I want your
if
pants
you
to be as tight as mine when we're going into this season. So he
It's
is
fair to say he's winning the World Cup next year for us.
without a doubt. He could play anywhere in the back line. Maybe not 9, but he is an absolute phenomenal freak. We don't want to talk too much about him now because I will later.
You can be assured of that.
Well, that's it. That's the answer. The most exciting AU rookie.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Trayvon Pritchard.
I'm happy we agree, and that's because of my highlights.
He hasn't even played Super Rugby, and if you go look on YouTube, you'll find so many highlights of him already. This is at like 7s level, under 20s level. He's just tearing it up. So
And
very
carving
excited.
New Zealand at 7s level, under 20s level.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last question, Nelson has written Nelson's notes and then about 7 pages of notes on this
No,
one.
hold on. Last question from John O'Connor.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I'm throwing it to Nelson because he's written about 7 pages
I've
of
asked
notes
him to be the man for
to
this.
answer.
At Simple's Truths.
Yeah.
Simples. He just says, Lomax, view please.
It's evolved a little bit,
Don't
but
give us your full essay, because that's a lot.
it's
Save
evolved.
that to Twitter, Nelson.
It's evolved a little bit. It's clear that rugby is his backup. He was told by Rugby Australia you have to sign before the end of the last year. He didn't. That time passed, and now there's all these rumours that the Storm want him. They're trying to. He's employed the lawyer that had Falau when he fought Rugby Australia. So
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
The clause that he signed with Parramatta was that he could go to pursue any sport other than rugby league, which is logically rugby union. Why would he sign that clause if he never intended to go to rugby union?
He intended. He was going to R360. It was his entire intent. R360 falling through is what's changed it, and they're trying to use that as a legal defence as why they can get out of his contract at the moment.
Wasn't what's his name, the CEO, just very clear, 10-year ban?
No, he said, come back. He said all the stars. They got.
I mean,
duped.
that was all
Come
just
back.
a bludge.
Yeah.
That was just nonsense. But no, his legal defence is that the contract he was leaving for, the opportunity he was leaving for, fell through, so it can't be fulfilled properly. So he should be able to sign for another club. Yeah. And the Storm are trying to get him. They're now talking about player swaps, maybe financially, bit of bags under the table.
And what did we say? Twiggy Forrest, just hand him the cash, get him at the force, mate, all right? Lock it in.
Look, the thing
My
is,
2 cents is, as good as he is, and look, credit to him, I think he was on 800 at the Dragons, went to Para and he's on maybe 500 or 600.
Right.
And then he was offered 400 if he comes to the force or something.
Yeah.
So he's taken less money to move once and potentially looking at taking less money again. So he's obviously someone that is motivated by what he wants to do with his career. But the downside is, my gut says he's not going to be good for the culture of a team.
He's just
because I
walked
get the
out on
feeling
2
he's very
contracts.
selfish.
In the last 2 years, he walked out on 2
Don't care about
contracts.
that. He'll be a great fantasy player, so get him in there.
No, look, put it
You're
this
right,
way.
as a fantasy player, he
Guys,
will be very good.
to sum it up, he scored 58 tries and 133 matches. He's 190 centimetres, 105 kgs. Brilliant kicker. Really good goal kicker. Phenomenal in the air. Like, he's a physical, quick player. He could cover centres. He could cover.
That would make him the
outside
5th
backs.
tallest outside back at the Waratahs.
Well, we have a lot of outside backs. But no, like, he's a big body. He can kick. He's quick. He's strong. He would be good, but he's not coming.
All right.
Unlucky.
Very
Unless
good.
he can't go to league.
2 more questions, boys. At Hugh Tyndall, he said, "Are you tempted to spend the whole pod talking about Sid Harvey?"
I tell
Yes.
you what, Nelson is. Nelson is for sure. No,
I am.
we're all pretty keen on Sid Harvey. Just Nelson
More than you.
more than us, I guess. That's a,
Nelson read the press. We watch the football, so we've got another Waratahs outside back that we want to talk about more.
that's it. And you'll have to.
Mate, that's
You'll
also
have to wait till we get it.
Sid Harvey's good though. I do like Sid Harvey.
Oh, 100%. And last question, Adrian Slabbert. What happened to Frankie Goldsborough? I know he picked up an injury last year. Is he still around?
Yeah, so we did some digging. He got injured in Super Rugby Oz under 20s in round 6. The best that we can find is that he injured his ligament in his elbow, so I would assume the ligament on the inside of his elbow, his UCL. They said it would be roughly an 8 to 12 week injury, which to me says he didn't have an operation on it. I know Nelson's had the exact same injury, and it's one of those things that sometimes they trial conservative, and if it fails at the 3-month mark, they will then go and do an operation. Right. But regardless, that's, we're talking like April, so I think he should be fine. I think he should be playing, and I've got high hopes for him this year. I think he'd be really good.
Bit of the tennis elbow is what you're saying. Yeah, is that it?
Yeah, that's a bit more than that,
Sure,
potentially.
sure, mate, sure.
But also, you should use this as an opportunity to plug the casualty ward, mate. How's the casualty ward? Have you started to build that up over the next month?
The honest truth is absolutely not. We've got too many other things that we're doing at the moment, but I have started putting some notes aside. So we're building. But
and Frankie Goldsborough will be in there, right? In the casualty ward. So.
Well, he won't be because he'll be healthy.
But April, mate, well, he'll be there.
April last year, mate, for a 3-month injury. I think he'll be okay.
Okay, you can tell how much I was listening. That's good.
To be fair, they didn't say which 3 months.
Tait McDermott will be in there. Put it that way.
Very good.
Yes. Fair.
Teaser. You'll hear about that in the Reds preview.
All right. Well, should we thank you for those questions, listeners?
Should we? We should. Yeah.
Keep them sending through. Yeah. Should we? Thank you.
I think.
Thank the listeners. Is that what? Yeah. Sweet. All right. Moving on. 2026 tips. The new
Season?
hot shit. This is hard. I don't have headphones, so Harry's the only one that can tell when the sound effects are finished.
I love that you knew, and Nelson didn't know what was happening.
Yeah,
God, that was smooth, guys. Well done.
All right, the new hot shit. Let's start with obviously the best team of the competition. We start with them every year. Is this year?
It's alphabetical.
Year? Yeah, alphabetical. So Waratahs, obviously.
Like it's alphabetical, but like not.
Yeah, so just
Not
the general
conventional.
sense.
No, we use the QWERTY keyboard.
just straight off the bat, Nels, is this our year? Are we winning? Or
Oh yeah, I think so.
yeah, Harry's wearing the jersey.
I thought we won last year.
We won like a match or something.
No, Super Rugby Oz, that was the big one that everyone was aiming for.
Yeah, I mean that's the launch pad to Super
We
Rugby.
beat, hey, I'll tell you what, we finished higher than the Chiefs, the Crusaders, the Blues. all
Everyone.
in Super
No one
Rugby
beat
Oz.
us. We didn't lose a match.
So let's go on. I'm
up,
sure we're going to make this podcast go for 6 hours. So let's push
I'm
on.
going to launch in first. I'm going to talk about Jack Barrett because I'm clearly going to leave Sid Harvey to Nelson to talk about for half an hour. But Jack Barrett, Aussie under-20s loose head in 2025. He's now 21 years old. I'm not quite sure I'd go as far as to say Angus Bell clone.
No.
But
I would.
Would you?
Yeah,
You prepared
100%.
to back
Mate,
that?
even looks like him.
Oh, I don't know.
He's white.
I felt.
Mate, he's got
He's
the
got red
Mr.
hair.
Incredible build.
I feel
No.
like it's a spoiler, but we're going to get onto it the next team anyway. Kingsley Uys. Did I stuff the name? Oh, you got it.
You press it.
Ace, mate.
Kingsley Ace, mate.
Mate, same thing.
Come on. Do some research.
For me, he's more of an Angus Bell clone.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be prepared to call him an Angus
He
Bell
is
clone.
Angus.
He has aimed up the under.
He's a grand Angus, that
Bell.
man.
But anyway, we're talking about Jack Barrett. Look, still amazing. There is no Angus Bell at the Waratahs this year, so he has an opportunity. He'll be competing with. God, I can't get the name on the top of my head.
Amoni? No, he's...
No, Isaac Kailea. Jack Barrett have a big year. I think could really make some inroads.
Mate, Kylie is going to have a big year.
And Tom Lambert as well.
Yes.
And Tom Lambert as well.
They're the top two.
Yeah, but yeah. So
Mate, he is very, very good. Like,
He
it
is.
wouldn't surprise me if he actually pushes them for some game time.
yeah,
He'll get game time.
Yeah, well, that's it. Off the maybe we see bench time this year, and given how the Waratahs seem to get all their props injured half the time anyway.
The next one,
Yeah.
Eamon Doyle. So he's a back row / lock, depending what sort of level he's playing with. He's 198 centimetres, so he's in a massive number 8, or he's like a slightly smaller lock. Not over 2 metres, not huge, but he's a huge number 8. Put him at number 8 is what I say.
I think he's a 6 for the record. I think he's like a 5'6".
So he played a lot of 8.
Did he?
Yeah, he generally played a lot of 8, but yes, I mean, size-wise, you'd lean to more 6, especially if he's playing lock as well. So that's probably as an adult.
All
That's
right, and
probably where
apart
he
from
converts.
his stature, tell us why do you like him, Nils?
He was the captain of the Aussie under-20s side.
Yep.
I know his cousin, so if he does well, we'll get him on the pod.
Love it.
So there's a little bit in there
That's
for us.
the Oz under-20s side that went through undefeated in
Against-
the Rugby Champs under-20s.
Yep.
And then
Beat New Zealand
only
a couple
lost to South Africa in the under-20s, which, I mean, they were pretty untouchable in that competition.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I was very impressed by that entire team, and he was a leader for the entire match.
He's
the
phenomenal.
entire competition.
Obviously, he's very young. Just a bit of a development year this year. Like,
Yeah.
game time's probably not really on the cards, but
Well, I think it's not because of the fact that they've brought in a couple of Super Rugby locks from, like high grade Wallabies locks like Blythe and Matt Phillip and things like that, and then the existing locks there have all developed as well. So I think it's actually Ben Grant's still there as well.
Amateur Sarah.
Amateur Sarah's still there. So yeah, probably development, but you never know. He's
If he gets a
talent.
crack,
yeah.
he's good enough.
Yeah.
He's
Sweet.
old enough.
who you got, Harry?
Well, wait, I'm going to skip everyone else that I didn't care about. I'm just going to go straight to the Waratahs outside back that we cared about.
Exactly.
Sid Harvey.
The one that everyone wants to know about, James Henderson.
No, Hendren, mate.
You really care about him, don't you?
And it's Junior Palaliuliuganga.
It's not.
That is, sorry, the sound is Hugh Blades just trying to say an Islander name. It's so bad I don't even know what name he was trying to say.
I don't really want this to become this podcast, but they say he is the Tommy Turbo of rugby union.
Mate,
He is so good.
He's great.
I'll
He's
tell
phenomenal.
you what I would give like half the team for. Someone who can kick the ball. And
Mate,
in
we've got a
Super
couple
Rugby-
of them coming.
in Super Rugby AU, mate, he was kicking 60 metre,
He
70
was
70
kicking-
metre, 50, 20.
kicking the leather off it, mate.
Oh my God.
He absolutely dominated for Randwick. He absolutely dominated in Super Rugby Oz. I thought that he should have been. I thought he was a serious contender for the player of the competition.
Yeah.
He didn't get it because the Force 10, 15...
Rightfully so.
yeah, name escapes me now. I can't search anything, so everyone knows who I'm talking about. I feel bad, but
Max Bury.
Max Bury absolutely did kill it as well. But I thought Hendren was a very close second for the player of the tournament. He was so good.
And he really just made it look effortless. Like he just glided through gaps. He's got pace. He's got size. Yeah, I thought
He's phenomenal.
He was my player of the competition.
We like to banter between which of these two we like more, but he is phenomenal. Well, they're both phenomenal, but he's
fair
had
play for Nelson.
he's had a couple of years of injuries that have held him back.
Yeah.
Because he probably would be a lot further down this progress if it wasn't for that. Which is also Tommy Turbo.
Very good.
Nelson,
All right.
you talk about the other half
Scott
of
likes
the
you,
new
you
outside
go.
backs.
Mate, it's Sid Harvey. All round game.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
No,
Yeah.
kidding.
As Harry said, we have lots of tall guys. He's 190 centimetres. If you're below 190 like Hendren, 189, it's not good enough. So 190 centimetres, that's where it starts. That's what it matters. But junior men's player of the year at the Aussie Awards last year. So that's pretty good. I don't know if you can compare them because Hendren's obviously not in that age bracket, but he can kick, he can run. No, I think he can. And he was playing Aussie Sevens last year as well. So, I mean, he's quick, he's agile, he's got a boot on him too. I think he's got a long boot on him.
He's a smart
He's-
player.
That's what I
think
was gonna
he's-
say. He's a really smart football player.
He's smarter, I think, than Hendren.
Yeah.
But I think Hendren's just got a couple other little things up his sleeve too.
And it's pretty obvious, but can we just give a shout out to Super Rugby AU, just getting
How good.
all these
Oz.
players having all the opportunities to play. You know what I mean? Like it was actually so good.
Yeah.
Can you just warn me when you're about to say a name so I can get my hand over the
on the
buttons?
button. All right, any other TARS players? Look, I mean, I want to talk about Liafi Talia.
Sure.
Taina.
Oh god, we can't press it every time.
Yeah.
Taina.
Yeah, you can't press it every time.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I can't believe I wasn't ready.
Yeah, I just look.
We need a short version.
I'm hoping he really gets some game time this year. I don't know if it's going to happen.
He is. He's
but
getting game time
He's
this
going to
year.
get a lot more than he did last year.
We had a lot of players leave. Yes, we've brought in Samu, but we had a lot of players leave.
And Angus got young.
Who? Yeah, that's true.
That's rough. Well, okay. No, he's still.
yeah.
No, he'll get a crack. He'll cover 6'8".
Yeah.
He's still young.
He's going to play 15 minutes 3 times. I
No, but one injury
I knew
and
Harry would be harsh on it.
one injury and he starts to get
I'm really
opportunities.
hoping we see a couple of starts today, but I'm not. I will be holding my breath. So
I like him. I do really like him. I just think that's probably realistic. I don't think that counts against his potential. He's
No.
only 21.
Yep.
But yeah, I think he's probably, for most of these guys, a little way away. Hendren being the exception.
all right, last.
I just
anyone
want to
else
say
mention?
Leo Jack's another exciting outside back, 192 centimetres tall. So yes.
Above that 190.
Zach Lomax, see you later, champ. And then Lockie Hooper coming across from the Brums as well. His brother's obviously
Why?
gone to Exeter. I really like him.
I would love if he could turn into another Tom Hooper.
He's different. He's a more traditional 7.
Yeah.
But he still can play 6 and across the board. He's not as tall, not as bulky.
It's
He's
just-
95 centimetres, mate. He's not.
Yeah,
traditional.
he's not as big.
I know
No,
it's-
he's a more traditional style 7. He's more of maybe a 6.
I know
but
it's never.
Hooper was never a 7.
It's probably never going to happen, but just like, could you dream of a day where there was 2 Hoopers in the Wallaby, but double Hooper? You know what I mean? Like, just you get more.
We could have a 6 and a lock. You could do that maybe.
Yeah, pretty good.
All
All right, guys, let's push on. One team down. The Reds. Nelson, you know everything about this man down to his, I'm sure you've seen his, blood results and stuff. So,
Yeah.
blood
Don't say that because I could get in trouble for that.
How many pairs of his undies do you have, Nelson?
I could tell you the smell depending on the day. But Oz under 20s, Trayvon Pritchard, player of the World Junior Sevens tournament, and boy did he carve
And
that.
he didn't even play the final because he
No.
was injured.
And we got flogged against New Zealand in the final when we beat them
Yeah.
during it with him absolutely carving and dominating.
But how good have you got to be to win player of the tournament when you
Not
didn't
even in
even
the
get to
final.
perform in the biggest, most important game of the entire tournament? He's that good.
We're all agreeing, absolute future superstar.
Yeah.
This guy is an absolute freak. Kalen Ponga, they said he's like him. We don't want to keep saying league players, but he's better. He's an absolute freak. Yeah, that's him.
Very
and
good.
hopefully we see him this year. But yeah,
We will.
I think we will see him this year. He's that good.
definitely the new.
He's only 18, but we'll see him.
Yeah. Cool.
Kingsley Ace, mate.
Yeah, mate. Okay, Angus. I'm happy to say Angus Bell clone for him. If you watched any of the under 20s, he actually did just make everyone else look like children. Like the Aussie team, except maybe the South Africans, but you watch them playing every other team, and a couple of our forwards, led chiefly by him, it was just the league of their own.
I've just realised it's absolutely him that is the Angus Bell clone.
It is.
Oh, yeah, you just look at the photo, yeah.
No, it just clicked in my head. I'm like, oh no, it's
Yeah,
definitely
it's-
Kingsley.
yeah.
Don't want to say anything against
Yeah,
Barrett,
it's
but
not-
he's a bit rounder,
No, yeah.
a bit redder.
Yeah. No, he's enormous, and yeah.
Do you know the concerning thing is he's South African born? I'm pretty sure Cape
Well,
Town.
the name's a bit of a giveaway for that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you didn't know what his name was.
But no, anyway, so look, it's great to see him. He's committed for 3 years through to whatever that is.
3 years from now.
Yeah, 3-year development program. But look, could we see him in the Reds?
He's good enough.
Not this year, I'd say, because he's 17, isn't he? But
No, 17 last year. He'll turn 18 this year. That's good enough.
I don't think their prop depth is quite as good as some of the other side.
No,
They've
look,
lost
I'll
a
put it this
couple.
way. I think most they say props don't like fine wine. You don't get to your PT 30. I think he could play Super Rugby right now, just based off watching him play.
He's
the other 20.
I
genuine.
definitely
He's
agree.
genuine
So-
and Angus Bell.
Yeah.
Like he can come out early and be good, phenomenal. And
If he was
around
at the
park.
Tars, I'd think he'd get some big minutes. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because-
all right, boys, let's keep going.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm going to say Frankie Goldsborough. We talked about him before.
Yep.
19 years old now. He debuted last year despite still being at school at Churchy. So he obviously had his injury. He's had a long time to develop his body again now. I'm sure that all they would have been working on is trying to take a freakish talent and trying to get his body ready for this kind of level. Could he get stuck in under 20s? Maybe there is a fair bit of depth in their centres, but I think if we see him in Super Rugby, I don't think that the size will stop him from having a huge impact. I think he's a phenomenal talent as well.
Other ones maybe we can rattle off relatively quickly.
Yep.
Nick Conway, Dad's a Brisbane Bronco, or was a Brisbane Bronco. He's an exciting player coming through. Obviously, we've touched on Massimo De Ludis. Literally, name translates to the hugest man on the world, and he's also the strongest footy player in Queensland.
Did he didn't break one or two of those records, or did he?
He did.
18 months ago, 202.
I think he did it with one arm.
Yeah,
he's pretty strong.
Apparently, he was benching 180 in school.
Yeah.
For 5, I think.
Just as you do, you know.
Yeah. I did that, but no one was watching.
Guys, Western Force.
New hot shit.
Yeah, look, it's a tricky one. Some of these names we just want to talk about. Taj Anand, I was really upset when he left and went to a rugby league contract, and that obviously didn't come to fruition for him, and he's come back and he's in a training
It's just like
contract.
Tristan Riley. Remember, he went over to the Tigers, then he came back to Tarzan and had an awesome year last year.
And I liked Tristan Riley before he left.
So he's on a
training
pre-season training contract, so he's got to impress enough to pick up a bigger contract. But I hope he does, because we had high hopes for him.
Yeah, he was great at the Reds. Yeah.
Can I say I hope he doesn't at the Reds, at the Force, so he comes to the Tars? Can I say that?
You want some centres? Yeah, that's fair. All right, other players. Look, I want to talk about Ronan Lee again, just because. Look, I spoke about him up to the high heavens last year, coming off under 20s, whatever. Didn't he start the first game for the Force?
He started early.
Yeah,
for sure.
The first game, and I was like, yes, they're throwing him in. And then he didn't really get to play many more minutes. I think he played maybe 2 or 3 games.
The depth of the side. This is the first year that they're saying they've had. Cron's had the entire team that he wants.
Right.
Away from Rapid Rugby or Rapid Rugby,
Yep.
They definitely have more depth now.
Yeah.
So I think Leahy, as much as he's coming through, and again he's got some high hopes about him. I think it's going to be a harder team to crack than last year.
Just for a moment, he's winger or centre.
He's primarily a centre, but they'll use him as wing as he's getting comfortable, I think, as they have so far.
Yep.
I thought Agustin Moyano was worth a shout, only 22 years old. He's a scrum half from Argentina that's already played for the national side.
Yeah.
He's played 7 games for them this last year just gone. He played under 20s for them for the last couple of years. But this is all from playing in the Super Rugby Americas competition. He's playing for a team that we all know and love, the Dogos 15.
The Dogos.
I have heard of the Dogos.
It's probably the Dogos. The Dogos. So, yeah, he played for the Dogos and managed to go well enough to get picked for the international side as a 21, 22-year-old halfback. Pretty amazing.
Not a bad thing.
And I saw a team preview today that had him on the bench. I just think, mate, he's one of the international halfbacks for Argentina, mate. He's not sitting behind one of these young Australian halfbacks. Dreaming. Dreaming.
You never know when you're travelling across the world to play and you're young still.
The only hope of him not starting is if he got there in late Jan and they didn't have time to get him up to speed. That's the only chance.
Boston Whakafanua. He's a centre. He was from that Oz. It was fun. That Oz under 20 side. He's an exciting one, I think, coming through as well. But I mean, who takes that? The centre's jersey. He's got a couple other young guys coming through. Divad Palu is another one.
Yeah.
There's people coming through, but I think he'd be above him.
Yeah, I was thinking about naming Divad Palu again this year, but we did last year. So, again, high hopes, but there's a lot of depth for those young kind of centres coming through now.
And the last one, just because we're Tars fans, but Darby Lancaster.
Not just because, mate.
He's good.
He's bloody
Well, I was
good.
going to say, actually, again,
He's still only 22.
the fact that he's 22 is blowing my mind.
He almost got let go by Rugby Australia.
Yeah.
The guy is playing Aussie Sevens, carving up. He's this guy's a wallaby, and we're just almost letting him go. Ridiculous. Thank goodness the Force have got him.
He'll become the next Mac Hansen or something.
Is he actually a Wallaby? Has he played a test? I don't think he is. I don't think he has. I feel like
He was definitely the squad.
Fact check us, and because it's Nelson, make sure if
Well, I mean, kind of he's a wallaby. He's going to be playing Wallaby stats.
Yeah, I think you mean he has the potential to be.
Yeah.
All right. While we fact check, let's go to the Brumbies, because there's a man that I had very, very highly. If you ask me, who's the Aussie hot shit that you're most excited about?
He's played one. He has played one cap for the Wallabies.
Has he?
There you go. Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. 2024 at 20 years old.
Yeah.
Freakish. Anyway, the player from the Brumbies that I'm most excited about, that's probably in my top 3 or 4 for the entire competition, probably top 3, is Jara McLeod.
Jara. Named indigenous word, the tree. Jara.
Yeah. 21 years old. former Australian under-20 centre, hailing from Nara.
Should be
young
playing
man. This is a bit of you here. The young man, a Ewan man, who got really well known because of the fact from that game that he played against the British and Irish Lions, where he was just chewing meters against Owen Farrell and Jamie Osborne. Like, he was so good. Played only 40 minutes. I wish we got more out of him, but obviously he's developing his body. Man, he is. We had an eye on him before that game, and then we saw him play, and I just fell in love.
He is.
This year, I expect him to be bigger than Trayvon Pritchard, and I think Trayvon Pritchard has a giant
that's
potential.
a cool.
I think he's got a better chance.
Okay.
Like, I mean, there's no Len Ikitau.
I hope he is a starting centre for them for the back half of the year.
Yeah,
I
reckon,
like him over all their other.
I reckon not the start.
I was about to say, I don't want to trash all the other centres, but they do bore me a bit compared to him. So,
can I say one thing? I'm pretty sure he's come through the Brumbies Indigenous Development Pathway.
Yeah,
like,
yes, I'm pretty sure.
That is, they brought a few guys in, and he's come through that system. So good.
Same with Caden Pritchard as well. I think he has as well.
He's not Indigenous, so it's probably not true.
Is he not?
Nah.
Oh, who am I thinking of?
I know you're thinking.
Sorry, there's a 26-year-old outside back for them. Now I'm screwing it up. Sorry.
It doesn't matter. We'll move on. Another one that I want to touch on here. I know who Cargie will probably touch on just because of his size alone, but I'm going to say Shane Wilcox. Look, we mentioned him last year. Yeah. He's 20 years old. He's a fullback. There is no Tom Wright. This guy is a very, very talented player. I don't want to keep saying all these Aussie players are freaks because they're going to come up and start playing Kiwi players. But this guy is genuinely really, really good. He scored a double when that Oz under-20s did beat the Box side.
Coyotes is who I was thinking of.
Yes. Yeah. I like his brother more. But Coyotes, coming through. Shane Wilcox, exciting player.
very good. And anyone else we haven't already mentioned?
You mate, Linton Ieli.
Oh, mate, how did I miss Linton Ieli? Mate, he's absolute rip snorter. Only 21 still, 122 kegs. And yeah, mate, he's just in the shoes, just learning from Allan.
He's good.
He's really good. And I think last year was like he was really starting to make inroads. This year is a big year for him, I think.
Yeah, I think. I mean, the problem is none of the props ahead of him have left, but I think he'll just keep growing and growing and growing.
He's just through, like, they just pump out these props that are technically brilliant and really, really hard workers.
Because Dan Palmer was there for 10 years.
He's following in the footsteps of CO and Alaalatoa and coming through. I'm not necessarily saying he'll get to that level, but he can. I think he's got that potential.
Yep. I've got Harvey Cordykes as well, the 21-year-old lock, 202 centimetres, so got the build. Started every single game in Super Rugby Oz, and also was under 20s as well. Like another just very, very good young lock.
How good. The Drewer. Time to get excited. No, I'm joking.
Mate, they're always exciting. Cargie, do you have a... Harry's got his finger on the button.
He does. We're looking at all the agains, all the players we listed last year. I mean, look, we already talked about his Skelly at Ruby in our calls from last year. As Harry said, he's a fly half, but he did only get a couple of two or three games.
2 games and
centre
not
fullback. But look, again, in those games, he did show a lot of promise. He's very exciting. I thought he was better at fullback, more of a fullback than a centre. I don't know what you thought, but
definitely fullback over 12, mate. He's tiny.
Yeah, that I was going to say he's not huge, but also the double playmaker type role. But they also had, as we said, Caleb Muntz has come on a lot so I don't want to get into the preview of the draw, but Caleb Muntz has come on a lot, and I think we'll see Ravula playing a lot more fullback like they did.
Well, Caleb Muntz isn't there this year though.
Then disregard what I'm saying because
I think you're right though. I think Armstrong, Ravula, and Rabitu will be sharing those duties.
Right.
So I do think for the maybe third time this is his year to get some minutes.
Yeah.
We won't have him on our list of fails next year, I reckon.
No, I don't think so.
Should we talk about the player that I brought up last year, the Fijian Terminator?
You can if you want.
Inia Tabuabau. I think I got that right. Yeah, removed your hand from the button, Harry. Great.
Yep.
Mate, I was very excited by him. How would you assess his season last year? Because I'm probably biased. What do you have?
In and out of the side, but looked very comfortable when he played. Wasn't an absolute game breaker, but absolutely belonged.
Yeah. Okay. Very I was a little bit disappointed with the Fijian Terminator moniker. I don't think he was living up to Terminator.
I agree.
That's what I was looking for. But he might have a big year because there's no.
It's more like Sarah Connor.
All right, fine.
No, you're Sarah Connor.
But there's no Yosefi Marcy this year. So they have got some new centres in.
Joji Nasova.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Mate, I don't know if you've watched his highlights.
I've watched his highlights. Don't you worry.
So he's listed as a centre.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they play him at centre, but yeah, if they do, if he's a serious option at outside, my gut is he will take one of the centre positions. Obviously, Tabulavau is more of an inside centre, so we'll see how that plays out. But definitely some competition.
Yep.
Another one, Isaiah Nawai. So a 20-year-old winger, debuted for Fiji Sevens last year. He actually was in the development squad for the Ndrua last year, makes his way into the top squad this year. He's another guy, absolute wheels, as you're going to have if you're playing Fiji Sevens. And you got to have ball skills. So, I mean, they always have loads of talent.
The sevens
in the
players
outside
you
backs.
get most excited about converting to rugby is the Fijians.
Oh, mate, of course. That just means they've got every skill under the sun. And he's not a big boy.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he's just like a smaller, more dynamic type outside back. I don't think he's very big.
Sweet. Philip Bacelicella.
Mate, I just hinted. I said he's not a big boy.
I was just, I've got him, don't worry about that. Who's the old Safa halfback that played heaps of wing?
Hogard.
Hugard.
Francois Hogard?
Francois Hogard,
Yeah.
it is him. Yeah, God, he was good. So I'm just
He's not
expecting
Fijian.
that. No, but he did
Yeah,
play.
sorry, why do we bring up Francois Hogard?
Because he plays wing and halfback, mate. There's only so many players that can do that.
Alright,
so there you go.
Well, they've got a few halfbacks still. But
My guy is on a development contract, but I'm still naming him because I love his history so much. And I'm surprised that he wasn't on your radar. I just thought you could sniff this stuff out.
Right.
Yeah, I've read this.
Yeah, Generiro Wakaham.
I just couldn't say the name.
208 centimetres tall, over 140 kilos.
Too big.
Could be over 142 now that it's Christmas news. 22-year-old lock. He was recruited by top 14 Giant Stade France as a teenager, and then he went to developing in the Parisian club system, but then he went to Pro D2, played for Ealing Trailfinders, which is very familiar to a lot of Aussie players because of some of the players that have gone over there. But in 2025, he went into the international player pathway for the NFL as well because he's just a giant human of a man.
Oh, absolutely.
I think they said he was too big.
And he's already back, and Ndolo name-checked him and said that he could be better than Skelton.
No, he said bigger than Skelton, didn't he?
He said better.
I'm sure he said bigger than Skelton. But either way, he's saying he's a big boy, and if Nadolo's saying you're big, you're pretty big.
I'll be honest, I had forgotten about him, so I'm excited.
Wakaham, mate. You draw him early because I won't be below you on the draft, but if I get the opportunity to take him when he's playing, I'm taking him.
Yeah. Sweet. Is anyone else from the Drua?
Basialo, another Sevens player, is any convert that's come across? Debuted again last year, also in the development squad. Sounds very similar to Nawai.
But also, Basialo is only 21. Fiji is not the country where they just run their 18 to 21-year-olds in their Sevens squad. Like
no way.
So I guess when I look at the Australian system and the Kiwi system, the players that play Sevens are often using it as a development pathway.
Yep.
Whereas I don't think
That's
the
not Fiji.
Fijian side really does.
They're just picking freaks.
Yeah, they're just picking best players. So I think it's an even more impressive stat to come through that pathway at such a young age.
100%.
Blues.
Time for the Kiwis.
Kiwis.
Let's do it. Kicking off for the Blues, Cody Meru. And I wasn't sure if you had hidden this until now, but you guys have seen it. Most excitingly, his middle name is Nanai. So it's
Is it actually his middle name?
I think so. It's
I didn't know if it was Nanai Vai. Was he?
No, I didn't just add Nanai. That's actually,
No, I saw
his
it.
name is
I know it's
Cody
real.
Meru,
I'm pretty sure
Nanai
it's his
Vai.
middle name, yeah.
Just how excited we get when the word Nanai is in anything. To be honest, so
It started with Nanai.
His middle name's a Tenny.
But he looks 21-year-old outside back, Bay of Plenty, New Zealand Sevens. He was kind of like a lot of young players through Sevens first and then moving to 25s, but 25s, wow. I've just invented a new format. To 15s.
Sounds terrible.
It doesn't sound good. But he...
It's going to be big.
Their Sevens had a whole bunch of injuries. It's like this injury crisis, and then he was kind of just thrown in as a real youngster, and he just annihilated. He was so good. So I'm very excited. The Blues... look, a little bit. I think a little bit of shortage of depth in outside backs. And I just had they lost Mark Talea. So for me, you got Caleb Clark ironed on one side, and I'm thinking there could be chances for someone else. Yes, there's a like of Cade Banks and what's his name, Forbes, Cole Forbes, things like that. But mate, chuck in Cody by. That's what I'm saying. So I'm excited by him.
Maybe, mate. Maybe.
Yep.
I'm looking at this list, and there's not really a lot of Blues players here that we haven't talked about.
Do you want me to
before.
talk about them all, or is it?
No, not that. I just think, in my eyes, they have this really exciting class of young guns coming through next year who will probably see really develop this year and take another step, because there's a few players that have come in that I'm sure have really good potential, but when I went and did my research into each of them, they don't excite me as much as the guys from last year. Xavier Tielli was the one I still had. He's now 21 years old, first full-time contract last year. I think as a centre, we expect that he's going to get more game time again this year. Just a unit. And if you remember, big potential.
Kicked goals as well. He kicked goals for the Blues last
year.
Yeah,
that's true.
He was very good.
Is it Malachi Rampling Alec? One of the two Rampling boys?
Yeah. He's
21.
Defected from Chiefs.
Yeah, and if you remember, not last year, maybe the year before, I had said that, and I think the press had said, bigger props on him than there was on Wallace Satiti at the time of the Chiefs. So he has come...
Mate, the talks are still happening.
Yeah, he was some huge raps.
He's still getting huge raps, talking through he's going to be a breakout player, all this stuff. So, he's definitely one to watch.
We're going to see if Hoskins Satutu wanting to leave is going to hurt his chance to get picked, because if it does, I'm feeling Rampling's the guy.
This is it.
I like it.
Him or Chaiklak.
And then Chaiklak.
Gee, there's
we also have Chaiklak.
Exactly.
Back rowers there. Far out.
Yeah, and then obviously the Prince.
The Prince again, already spoken about him. Peyton Spencer. He's the same age as Cody Vai, but just another year in the program.
Yep.
For these guys, it's literally about filling out their frame. Like, they're already incredibly athletic, skillful players, but it's about getting them ready as men to play Super Rugby. They just got to go through a full season of full program, and I think he's done that now. So
last year he's 191 centimetres tall, so I expect him to be like 2 metres 20.
He's still growing heavily.
I actually don't know how well he went in the NPC or not. I need to check.
Look, I didn't look through his stats specifically, but he didn't rank.
You didn't see
the
top ranking.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably because they have a separate ranking
he's a
system
Spencer.
for Spencer. Exactly.
He's a Spencer. I'm sure I was watching his highlights all through COVID when he was young. You know what I mean?
What I do know is that he should have been on most offloads. He's let us down on that. I can't believe that.
For sure.
His dad must have absolutely chastised him about that.
All right. Should we jump to the Hurricanes?
Yes. Jordi Viljoen.
You love it.
So, mate, I highly rate this guy. He's 22 years old, another Safa born. I think his father, I'm not 100% sure if he played for the Box. He was a professional rugby player. His grandfather did play for the Box. But he moved when he was very young because of his dad came to play in New Zealand. I think that's how it happened. So he moved to New Zealand very young. He's got aspirations to play for the All Blacks, and genuinely he's got the talent to maybe be able to do it. There's a lot of young nines.
And last year he absolutely lit it up, didn't he?
He absolutely lit it up.
Roy Guard was out.
If he gets the opportunity again this year, he's going to continue to make an impression. But he's a guy that he'll get some game time for sure, and when he does, he'll look good.
Yeah.
He's tiny.
Absolutely.
He's a halfback, so it's okay.
Yep. Who you got, Harry?
I just thought Tom Allan was worth another shout. You know, we talked about the fact that he made the New Zealand under-20s as a lock straight out of school. Again, he's kind of like that hybrid size at 197 between lock and back row. He actually played, I think, 80 minutes each week for his couple of games for Auckland, although the United Rugby app's a little bit unreliable for that. But it looked like he was making 12, 13 tackles. He made a couple of tackle busts through that as well as a lock, so he can move, and he's got an engine, and he's got a solid frame for a young man as well. So already 114 kilos. So I just think one to watch for sure.
Sweet as, and I'll bring us home. Hurricanes, Vernon Besson, 21-year-old, established himself as Manawatu, the Turbo's first choice hooker this year over Raymond Tupu. And yeah, just looks like a really calm old head already as 21 as a hooker. But there is a few hookers at the Hurricanes, but he had 2 years of New Zealand schools, 2 years of NZ under 20s under his belt, and he was captain of both sides in the second year. So you know what I mean?
So
That's pretty good.
If he's over Tupu, that's obviously one of his two other, competition in the Hurricanes squad.
Yeah.
So arguably, we're expecting him to get some decent bench time.
You'd think so.
This is true. I can't see him overtaking Asafo Miller.
No?
No, I can't see that one. And is the other one Jacob Jeffries? He's around? Or
No, I think he's gone.
I think
I'm pretty sure
Jeffrey's
it's just the three of
gone.
them.
Yeah.
Crusaders.
Fact check us that when we do the Hurricanes preview.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Crusaders. There's a couple guys. I don't know if you've heard of this team. They just pump out players. But the one that excites me the most out of all of these.
Sorry, I do have to interrupt. You reminded me of that time. Was it last year that the Waratahs beat the Crusaders, and then we started calling them the Husseiners for 2 or 3 weeks?
No, it was the year before. It was
that's
the year
right,
before when we only won 2 games. and it was against
we
them.
got like a 4 or 5 game period where we just got to call them the Husseiners, and then it's
And then they won the comp
and
again.
then they won the comp again. Sorry, anyway.
Ollie Mathis. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his surname. I don't know if you've. There's been so much talk about this guy. He's a back rower, but he is big. He's quick. He covers wing, and he's proved that he's a genuine winger.
And this is what you thought of yourself your entire career.
Mate, I almost started this with.
Absolutely.
He reminds me of a young me. He's maybe not as quick.
Oh, God.
He couldn't topple a hooper like I could in my day.
And just to review, Nelson did think he was better than Michael Hooper.
I never said that,
all
but
good.
some people did.
Was it your parents and know about it, or no?
Probably. No, they wouldn't have said such lies.
Drunk.
But no, he's
Some people said I was the best. Best I've ever seen.
He's only in the wider training group, but I couldn't leave this guy out. He captained the New Zealand schools in 2023. He played the Kiwi under-20s. He played the Sevens. But he is just a new style player hybrid that, mate, Eddie Jones would love the guy. He can play. He can cross over backs and forwards. Like he is an absolute talent, and he rightfully could play 7 or wing. Without it too much of a question.
And
myself.
And Nelson had his way. He played both. But all right, moving on. For me,
Sorry, you go.
No, I'm getting Kunawave, mate. Don't you try and steal Maloney Kunawave off me.
I didn't even think you knew who he was.
Oh, mate, look, so you'll see the image when it comes out that we all have to pick our top hot shit for the season. Nels picked Trevon Pritchard, Harry picked Jared McLeod, and I was battling to choose between Cody Vai, Kunawave, or I ultimately went with Dylan Pledger. But Kunawave...
Because we talk you into the right choice.
You did. You brought me around. But yeah, Kunawave, absolutely incredibly exciting. He's 20 years old, just explosive Fijian. Played New Zealand under 20s, New Zealand sevens in 2025. Scored a couple of tries in the final game to seal the comp for New Zealand, and another in their loss in the Junior Rugby World Cup to South Africa. Had a good season with Tasman Marco in the NPC last year.
Just has a habit of scoring tries in big games too.
That's it. And the Crusaders are not what we'd call short on depth of the outside back department.
Any position, really.
Really any position. But
we're taking leftovers and hookers and stuff, and we're stoked about it.
Yeah, it may well take half the team to be injured before he gets on, but particularly if Nelson's calling out sevens that are also wingers. But if he does,
he might not usurp some of
keep
these
your
guys.
eyes out for Kunawave because
he's good. The way he
exciting
moves and accelerates through contact too. Go look him up on YouTube. He's got a couple of really nice highlights.
Rokoko-esque, I'm going to call it.
It is a little bit as he goes through contact. I like that
Thank you.
comparison.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I bet you he likes that
Oh,
comparison.
I'm sure he does. And he's going to listen to the podcast. So.
Obviously,
Definitely.
Everyone does. Liam Jack, if you're listening to this podcast and you're not a Super Rugby player, let us know. Liam Jack, he's come through from the academy. He's a lock. Now, I wanted to really name him because I don't think you need to go far past the fact that he is the son of the 1998 Super Rugby champion, former Crusader Graham Jack, and the nephew of former All Black Chris Jack.
That's what gets you
Who,
excited. In our generation.
Just Chris Jack. Come on.
Just some simple names. This family
Do I need to
is no
say more?
nonsense. No nonsense with their names. I like it. Chris, Jack, Liam, Jack. Just keep it simple.
Liam's too many syllables.
Chris
to be
Jack,
honest.
I've always had
It's a bit arrogant, Liam.
I've always had a chip on my shoulder because
Liam.
I've always felt like Chris Jack was such like a player who just did the fundamentals. Like it'd be like
So
the Tim
well.
Duncan, the big fundamental.
Yeah.
But the problem, I've always had a chip on my shoulder because I think that Robbie Deans thought that he could turn Rob Simmons into the Chris Jack of Australia. Like, because Robbie...
Oh, mate, we talk too much shit about him.
No, but Dean's coached Chris Jack forever, and he was like perfect, and he's like, I can
Let's
do this
not
with
make
Rob
this
Simmons.
about Rob Simmons.
Oh, fuck, you're trying. I've brought his name already twice. Anyway, moving on. He's going to be good, is he?
Look, I mean...
He told you
pedigree
everything.
That's it. Just
Pedigree
Pedigree says yes.
It's good breeding grounds, all right?
Yeah, I think that's the
Good
only thing
bloodline.
that held us all back is our dad and our grandparents.
Yeah, I definitely blame them.
Yeah.
All right, well, a player that's exciting me, I think I already mentioned him last year. He did get some game time, and he looked very good. Nelson, who am I talking about? Who are you guessing out of that?
Taylor Cahill.
No, Xavier Seifeloy.
I should have gone the guy that can play 8.
Yeah, exactly. 22-year-old back rower, absolute unit. Obviously, we've got Christian Leo Willie, who's going to be donning that number 8 jersey
Yes.
forever. Basically.
Seifeloy can cover back row.
But Seifeloy, look, if he needs a rest, Emma, Seifeloy, and he can play 6.
He can play
I
flank,
think he can play row, but I think he can play 6. But
He can't play 7?
He can play
I
7.
thought he played heaps of 7.
No, he can cover all
I would
back
say
three.
I just see him as a number 8. To be honest
Right,
with you.
okay.
But he.
I feel like he's in the mold. He's big. He's 195 centimetres.
And we've got him. No, Tom Christie. Is Tom Christie not signed on the?
No, he's gone.
Crusaders? Oh, well, there you go. So a little bit. Obviously, they've still got. Again, they're not really short in depth at any position. But I think this year, developing on from last year, we might see some more of Xavier Seifeloy.
We'll see more of him unless they want to have a guy that can play wing as well.
181 centimetres.
No, I read somewhere else way bigger than that.
Did you?
195.
Ah, okay, there you go.
He's tall.
Is Nelson getting a different set of stats? Or
No,
something?
he's not. Look at that man.
Oh, he looks like Christian Leo Willie, to be honest.
He's a huge unit.
He's not
okay.
100. He's not my height.
Well, maybe that's why I had in my head that he could play open side, because I thought he was all
I was just
short
like,
than that.
no, I think he's only played number 8. I'll be honest.
Look
with
at
you.
him sitting. He's a big man.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's preferred 8 as far as I understand, but he can cover all back 3.
All right, Nels, bring us home. Who else are you excited about?
Oh, mate.
Crusaders. Who's
Can we
the
say
hot
Noah
shot?
Hotham? He's 22. He's had 32 Crusaders caps, but Mitch Drummond's gone. So he technically can squeeze into the hot shit, and he's going to be hotter.
Is your favourite player Kyle Preston? Is he even younger than Noah?
No, he's like
No,
26.
he's older.
Yeah, I thought he was older.
Yeah,
He's like
yeah.
26.
Yeah, okay.
He was very
But he
good.
was very good.
He was so
Yeah.
good.
Both of these guys have
Did we
been
name
offensive
him? No, we weren't allowed to name him.
He's
because
too
he was
old.
too old.
Yeah, we said he can't be
Yeah.
hot shit. Yeah.
I feel like we might have just made
Taylor Cahill as well. We'll throw him in there. Big boy, 198 centimetre.
Already got quite a few caps. Got 12 games.
Yep. If we go across to the Highlanders,
Yep.
we won't let Cargie. I don't think Cargie even knew who this guy was. We made him put him in there. Dylan Pledger. Jeez, Dylan Pledger. Like, if you're...
Can I say, before you go into some serious stats, for Cargie to name the most exciting player for
Halfback,
him
that's-
as a white halfback, no Islander
Now
heritage,
you know where I struggled.
no
Now you know.
Islander heritage. He loves Islander
This is a
players.
first.
That says more about this player than any stat I can
And
give you.
he was arguing with 2 other Pacific Islander boys.
I think that's fair. I think any props that he's been given all kinds of props.
No,
The
stop
most
talking about
significant-
props.
the most
We're talking about a halfback.
The most significant props that he's been given is me picking him over.
That blows my mind.
Because
that
I
we
was
give him this
arguing
guy.
with Harry and Nels. I was like, Cody Vide, Cawanibuka, I don't know. And then we were all just like, I feel
It's
like we
Pledger,
can't,
it had to be
can't
Pledger.
not put Pledger in. That's how good
Look,
he
I'd
is.
love to give him that award, but I think you just listened to us once. You didn't even know him. But no, like, this guy is phenomenal. I was going to say something brilliant, I'm sure, but I forgot about it. But
How happy do you think Falau Fakatava is? He's like, I finally got rid of Aaron Smith, ready to go.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Now I got him breathing down my neck.
so he hasn't debuted in Super Rugby yet, and there were talks about him being in the All Blacks, and people furious he wasn't in the tour at the end of the year. And that says something, you know. Like, but the talks were, he actually, to be honest, he didn't get picked in the development. What's the All Blacks second side?
All Blacks 15.
Yeah, he didn't get picked in that either. But the coach came out and said,
All Blacks as well.
yeah, but he came out saying we don't want to. We want to give him some time to develop. We don't want to push him too hard. But
Yeah.
I mean, he's in those chats before he's even played Super Rugby.
His only problem is that there's so many amazing
God,
international level 9.
Surely we've got one
It's
of them,
not
but surely
fair.
some of them are Aussie.
All of their 9s retired, and now there's all these good
But
9s.
even like this, we just talked about Crusaders, right? Noah Hotham and then Kyle Preston behind him.
Yeah.
We've got Falau Fakatava and Dylan Pledger. We've got Roy
Do you know
Gardner
what?
and
Maybe
Phil
there's-
Yowen. Like, just every team has amazing.
You think
halfbacks.
maybe there's this void, like the couple leave and all these guys fill it, but Aussies keep leaving and no one feels. So
That's not true, mate. We just said Teddy.
Again, this is another podcast, but I think we're going to have to start kidnapping. That's all I can say.
So we'll do the kidnapping podcast.
from like kids.
Yeah,
Or, like,
yeah. You got to go the bloodlines. All right, Finn Hurley, boys. Finn Hurley. What a debut season
my
he
God.
had for the Highlanders.
Absolute lightning.
I thought he would be all right, but man, he was just Damien McKenzie 2.0, wasn't he?
He's so good.
When was the last time we've thrown out a Damien McKenzie?
I
I don't think we
You
have.
like 10 minutes ago on another player. Fly half.
Oh, we're talking about Josh
Just
Jacome. No. He's not Damien McKenzie-esque.
Yeah.
We want him to play with him. Finn Hurley, when he moves, looks like young Damien McKenzie.
He is.
He's the only thing I would say is he probably doesn't jag as sharp. Like he swerves a
Yeah,
little
he's
more.
more smooth.
His
Smooth
ability to
criminal.
put the ball on the toe at
Smooth
full
operator.
pace and just swerve around someone, it's so good.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind that at the Highlanders he still might not start many games this year. He should. He's so good.
Ken,
He's such...
like, if you're an Aussie coach or manager or play for the Wallabies and you don't listen to this podcast and just go, we're going to take him, we're going to take him, we're going to take... You can just walk into any of our teams and start, pretty much. Someone pick him up.
Yeah, he had a really bad quad injury that kind of
Yeah.
ruled him out for the bulk of the season. So hopefully his body's right. He's obviously had a lot of time, which is great. I'm not sure if he played NBC. I'd have to double check that.
Not sure either. No, I'm pretty sure he did actually, from watching some highlights. But moving on, Stanley Solomon. We did say we'd come back to old Stanley. 20-year-old outside back, represented New Zealand at schoolboys and under 20s.
Didn't play, apparently, Hurley.
Cool. Then I didn't see him, and I'm full of it. So never mind.
Yeah, we all knew that.
But no, Stanley Solomon, under 20s, 2024 and 2025. Absolute pace, attacking instinct, and some smart defensive reads. Can cover wing or fullback. Again, not sure how much of him we'll see. They do have some outside backs, the Highlanders.
Hopefully they just keep moving their good outside backs into centres. It worked last time.
Yeah, that's it. That's true.
Big Tava.
It did.
Tava Nawa.
Yeah, but he's
I think
he's a little
Did
unique.
he get
difference.
named as an outside back in Buddy...
Look,
the stats
I can,
Yes.
before my
I can,
Ultimate
I can
Rugby, all that
spoiler
stuff?
alert here. We overruled that, and we've said he's a centre this
Yeah,
year.
he
is a
again,
centre.
So,
Yeah.
He's
He's an All Black centre.
yeah, this is a good point. Yeah, if you played centre for the All Blacks and not out,
You're a
yeah,
centre.
you're a centre. Exactly.
Mind you, we're putting Cawanibuka out wide, but he's played both. So,
Yeah.
but no,
Spoilers.
he's just so good. Xavier Tito Harris, couple years, 21-year-old outside back, couple years in the sevens pathway, which never does you any harm in New Zealand. Has played for the NBC. When he debuted, I'm pretty sure it was a couple seasons ago, scored a hat-trick on debut. Like, the guy just, he rises to the level, I reckon, when he's there, or whatever level it is. He's a guy that could take Super Rugby level and just take it under his wing.
I've realised that we've just named 3 outside backs.
I know.
Yeah, we're not gonna
The
see
team
it.
was so...
Well, they can't all do it.
That's dawned on us. But look,
This-
we're talking about new hot shit. Like
They are hot shit.
The
Like-
hot shit from last year is still hot shit, but this is new hot shit. You know what I mean? Like Caleb Tagatow, still very, very hot shit. Molten shit, if you want to be honest. But this is new hot shit. Okay, this is the volcanoes put out.
You try to
more-
throw Preston as a
To
26-year-old.
follow that up, I'll let him say the next name as well. For
Okay,
the
that's
Chiefs.
fair. That's fair.
All right, the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah.
New hot shit. Kyron. Are you waiting for me to say it, or are you
Yeah.
just gonna press the button? Taumafala.
I love that he stumbled because he thought I was trying to have a crack at him for the name.
We're just waiting.
But it was much more about the fact that you just talked about how much this podcast is about new hot shit, not just hot shit. And then you would name someone that's been new hot shit for 2 years in a row.
Well,
Just failed on so many levels.
he's just that good that he gets a double. You know what I mean? He gets a back-to-back.
It doesn't count because he's changed teams. He's going to the Chiefs.
Exactly. It's new. It's a new thing.
Makes
Thank you,
him-
Harry. We found a loophole.
makes him
We
new.
found a loophole.
First time he's played for New Zealand team.
That's true.
That's-
In Super Rugby.
Oh,
In Super Rugby.
Oh,
no, I was going to say he's played for 2 previous seasons. For New Zealand
Yeah.
team.
Anyway, 22-year-olds
Openly New Zealand team.
at the Chiefs. They've lost a
Who are
couple.
we talking about?
Kyron. We are talking about Kyron. He's. They've lost a couple of outside backs. I mean, they're still, again, stacked. But, look, I expect him to see a lot of game time. They brought him
Yeah.
into play. And
Mate, of course he is, mate.
Yeah.
He should be playing.
This guy is an absolute freak.
Look, and now in the Chiefs could absolutely be competition top try scorer. You know what I mean? Like, that's very
Well,
in
Here's the
sights.
big question for Tamoi Falau.
teams going from one of the underperforming teams that gets picked up by a bigger team, we've seen time and time again not perform.
Levi Amua.
A perfect example in that New Zealand side, particularly in their first full season. The second, Levi Amua a little bit better in his second season. Do you think that playing for a team that has such a different way to get the ball out wide will be harder for Tamui Falau?
I actually think, unlike other players that's happened to, he's perfectly designed for the Chiefs.
So do I.
He hugs the sideline. He just needs the ball to be thrown out.
And Damien McKenzie will give him the ball.
That's it. He's perfectly designed. You couldn't have made a better match.
Mate, he is perfect for them, but he's not Levi Amua and some of those other players. Like, he is just absolutely oozing talent out of everything. Levi Amua's worked hard.
Mate,
he's taken time.
Oozing talent.
No, but that was like a 20.
Season
But that was like a 24, 25-year-old Levi Amua when you're talking about that, right? We're talking about a kid that walks in, like out of kindy basically, and just straight into tearing up Kiwi Super Rugby sites. Like, he is a spring chicken, but he is a freak.
All right.
It's a reminder of like Nahe Milner-Skudder when he was just like, I thought this was going to be hard in Super Rugby. You know what I mean?
Is this meant to be
the
harder?
best 1 year ever.
Yeah,
Milner-Skudder. Anyway,
moving on.
Jaden Sarr, I thought was worth a mention. Younger brother of Fidi Sarr, who's also at the Chiefs.
We almost talked about.
Yeah, I know. I had him. I ditched him because we talked about him last year, and he's 22 now.
And there's another Sarr coming on.
Double size.
20 years old, Jaden.
Not quite as big as Fidi yet.
No, a little bit smaller,
Fidi's
196.
Harry, but next year it'd be 200.
220. He came to the New Zealand under-20s last year. And he held a spot over another lock that we're going to mention here, Isaki Vake Soiola.
Siola? I've never seen his name.
Can I press the button on both of you? Or? No, actually, that's
I actually thought I did pretty well.
I did too.
Yeah, I'd never said it either. I just thought I'd better read it for the first time. Vaki Soiola. Anyway, he started all the games and was playing 80 minutes for New Zealand under-20s. We've talked about a few New Zealand young locks at the moment, and he was playing above all of them. And Vaki Soiola, who we're about to name as well, very, very good talent. So the very fact that he was picked above all these players shows that he is rock solid. My gut is that he's a little bit more of a workhorse set-piece lock.
Yep. Vakasuiola, as you touched on, is he going to be getting game time?
I mean, he's at the Chiefs. There's a couple of other very good locks above them. So are any of these guys, other than your Tamui Falau, going to get game time? I think they're all going to struggle. I don't think he'll get a lot, but I think he's probably more likely than Jaden Sarr this year because he is that big, dynamic impact player.
The Chiefs went from a couple of years ago just having all of their locks injured, having no one, and then they got terrified of that, and now they have all the locks. Like, you remember they even got rid of Laglan McGuanal next year, so they've still got
Loglan.
Yeah, whatever. They've got so many like all black locks. They've got a lot of depth. So I'm not sure we'll see much time with these guys, but
again, when we're naming a position, like, we're just naming heaps of guys from the same position for all of these teams.
Yeah,
because one of them could be it.
But the excitement is where the excitement is, man. He played 6 games in the NBC and made 2 line breaks as a big lock coming off the bench.
5 tackle busts.
Huge.
Like, that's
Impact.
These are the things that excite us in the new one.
That's right.
As a fantasy platform.
Much more a Cargie pick.
Yes. Moana. Tito Tuipolotu. He could just squeeze into this list, right? could just.
I don't know how you squeezed
I squeezed him in because he's 23-year-old prop. That's still young for a prop. Come on. And everyone knows his oldest brother, Patrick Tuipolotu. You might have seen him around the footy fields. But yeah, no, he's been playing Auckland. Like, he might not have some of the flair of some of these other kind of young props coming through, but just a big body, works hard, good bloodline.
Pedigree.
He can make the list, all right? He can make the list.
I've got Israel Leota.
Yeah, this is the one I should have talked about.
Excited.
I just wanted to stop mentioning rugby league, is really what I wanted to do.
21-year-old outside back, 190 centimetres tall, 101 kilo. So he's a bit small if he was at the Waratahs. But in most team, he's pretty big. He was signed for the Brisbane Broncos last year. For the top squad, the top 30. Didn't actually get to play any games for them, so played for the feeder club. He scored 18 tries in 21 games, which I believe had him top. I think he was the top try scorer for the competition. Just, again, another player who is a big physical presence.
Aussie eligible.
Talent. Yes.
He
And I'll
moved to
tell you-
Australia as a young kid. He was a league boy, played AFL, played rugby union, and spent a long time in Australia.
He
So
played
he's-
some AFL. I thought that was a bit odd.
Well, he's massive, so
Yeah, I mean, ever since what's his name, Hunt, I'll never assume that an AFL player can kick. But
Folau.
surely Israel Leota can kick.
Well, Israel Folau, guy that's played a bit of AFL, couldn't kick.
I'll tell you what, he's got the haircut as well for a good winger. You know what I mean? He's for a trustworthy winger.
I think you watch his highlights, and he's got to go about him. He could be an exciting
If
player.
he bleaches his hair, I'll be
Well,
calling for him to start.
To be fair though,
That
like
curly mullet.
Can't say that.
look, I mean, if we when we get to the preview, he may well be in with a shot for a starting wing position. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
which
there is
pretty
big
cool,
turnover.
but
There's
huge
big
turnover. So I don't
turnover.
want to spoilers, but it's a lot of these players we're talking about in the new hot shit. We're not going to see much of, but high chance we might see Israel Leota. So.
Yeah,
I think
that's
we've got
fair.
one left on the list, Cargie.
Do we? Alaalatoa Penny.
This stat's got to be wrong as well, mate. There's no way he's 173 centimetres and 160
I didn't put
kilo.
this in.
I put this in, and this is what I found. But 173 centimetres is a centimetre shorter than me, and 106 kilos.
Are you 174? I thought you were fully grown adult.
Have you? Yeah, everyone's that weight. Have you
He's
not-
5'8". I'm 1 centimetre
have you
taller
just
than him,
not
and I'm
been-
6 foot.
have you
It's
just
crazy.
Have you just not been eating your veggies, Harry? Man, 106 is a standard weight. For
Yeah,
that.
but
Anyway,
Penny's been growing outwards.
he's at 12 that can play 10. He moved to Southland in 2024 after struggling. He won Auckland Club Player of the Year 2 years in a row, but couldn't get a start for the NBC side or in the
He's
squad.
played for Samoa.
So went to Southland. Has he?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I did not realise that. There's the one bit of research I didn't do. 3 caps for Samoa last year. He's just a unit, and he's low to the ground.
Yeah.
And he loves a big unders line as well.
Just look at the shape of the man.
Yeah, it's perfect. I really like it. So anyway, look, he's a little bit older. He's 25 years old, so I know
Yeah,
he's
that's-
not technically
I was gonna say,
a new young hot shit, but he's absolutely new to this level of professional rugby.
Technically, he
He at
should
least,
be
he,
here.
he at least, well, he's lost the Leonardo DiCaprio rule.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah, he won't date Leonardo.
Yeah.
I'll
Tito's still good. Tito good.
New hot shit, I think, is 23. We have
We have
more
said that.
savage.
Yeah.
But I made an exception because of the fact that he's
'Cause
had
he's
such
almost
a
your
big
height.
trajectory. Yeah, that's right, trajectory, because that means I can still make it. In the last years, he's
Similar
had such
age.
a good trajectory, and he's a unique player. And out of the Moana new players, he was one of the guys that excited me the most. So
He's a cube.
he's a cube, yeah.
He
Well,
is a bulky
Do you
man.
know what I'd love to see? A centre pairing made up of, I mean, obviously, I do love the bus, but him and Lamape as well. Two just moving cubes.
Can
Cubes.
Lamar be a new hot shit?
Look, he's been out of the consciousness for that long. I think we can call him new hot shit as well. Lamape is back.
The second hour of this podcast is going to be about Lamar. All right. Anyway, boys, that brings us to the end of our Hot Shit podcast. There's so many names there. My best recommendation would be to listen to this 5 times. Get the
Take
lessons up
notes.
for us. Definitely take notes. Yeah, 100%. If you're looking for your smoky picks for fantasy footy, hopefully we also gave you a bit of an insight when you see some names pop up from some of the guys that are young and coming through that you know who they are.
The tactic here for most of these players are they're probably not getting picked to the start of the season. Most of these guys, right? But if they do end up making a way onto a bench and you got a bench spot that you could, there's a player there that you're like, I don't need to hold on to this guy. Pick these guys up because if they get their chance, they could leap into a starting jersey and they could be very, very fruitful, And that's your Leroy Carters and stuff of last year. Like, just absolutely get a jersey, never let go of that jersey.
100%.
So who is the Leroy Carter of 2026?
That's a bit cool.
He has to be Kiwi.
No, he can be whatever.
Can be anyone, yeah.
Cargie?
Well, I'm just going to go with Dylan Pledger. I mean, he's one jersey away. I
He's-
know there is someone after. There actually is someone quite good after Fakatava. I think it was in your team last year.
He's
Is it Ask? Not Ascot. There was someone else. Another
Hasty.
Hastings.
He's left
Both of them are left.
No,
He's-
well then, mate.
Mate, he's the guy.
I
Dylan
was
Pledger,
going to
where
say
is
Jarrah McLeod.
Are we just going to go with the ones that we picked in our in the image?
No, I didn't pick him.
I'm thinking.
Did I?
Yeah, I'm thinking Trayvon Pritchard.
I don't think.
You'll see.
I think the guy is Dylan Pledger.
Yeah.
I think he could easily have that jersey by the end of the year. I think Jarrah McLeod's going to be afforded the opportunity.
I think he could be the starting centre for the Brumbies by the back half of the year.
I think he could
and
be.
All of a sudden he's in Wallabies contention.
The one thing we've seen from Dylan Pledger is a level...
so
Harry,
good.
the one thing we've seen from Pledger is a level of maturity and style and game management. Jarrah McLeod, we've seen a physical presence. We've seen he's a good player. I watched him for 40 minutes, and at points of the time I went, he's slow to get back into position and little bits and pieces.
Against the Lions, mate. He was versing the Lions.
No, I'm not.
He's
I
going
love
to
this
see
guy.
Pledger, and he's going to leave him in his dust.
Harry, this is how much I
He's
love
gonna
him.
end his career.
This is how much I love him.
Wow.
I have a baby due, we don't know if it's a boy or girl, in 6
Jarrah.
weeks. And I said to Ellen, I go, Jarrah? Do you think Jarrah Dale could work? I didn't say Dylan, and I'm not going to bring up Dylan. I said Jarrah, and she said no. And I said, sorry, ma'am, and I sat down. But no, like...
It's good you know your place.
I'm a big Jarrah fan. I just think, for me, he'll get there, and I think he'll probably get the jersey by the end of the year. But I think he's not going to have the level of maturity to be Leroy Carter.
All right, I'm going to scrap all that. I'm just going to go pick someone completely left. I'm going to go Peyton Spencer. It's going to be the biggest one this year. And the prince that was promised. It's going to come out of nowhere.
Mate, that is a curse, giving someone that.
I know. I was going to say, if he doesn't get it this year and we're talking about him next year, that's the prince that was promised.
True. Yeah,
The prince that could be at the moment. He could be.
Yeah. All right, perfect. And so, yeah, thanks. This was the Hot Shit podcast. Stay tuned. We're going to do the New Zealand conference and the Aussie conference previews coming next week. And also, more importantly, stay tuned for the launching of Draft Rugby.
And we also have a very exciting guest, all but confirmed. So hopefully we can give you full details about that once he's on the pod.
We've got to drip that out. We need some content posts.
Can I point out a name that we all forgot? Have you heard of a guy called Suoliti?
I didn't want to name him as new hot shit because of for the same reason we shouldn't have said Tomoe Falau. I deleted him.
Tomoe Falau is probably a better one to not.
Oh yeah, he's actually got more history in the competition. That I feel like you can't actually name a guy that
we can. We're talking about Waratahs players
listed as potentially new international player of the year last year as new hot shit.
We can because he's a Waratah.
To be fair, why was? He doesn't have to be new international player of the year. Why wasn't he just in the running for player of the year? You know what I mean?
He wasn't active enough.
I know, true.
All right, thank you for listening. We're going to have more footy to talk in your ears.
That's it.
We'll get in the ears.
DraftRugby.com. Keep a tune out for getting on there. Keep a tune out. Wow, keep an eye out. I'm tired now, I'll be honest. But just...
We're tired of you.
Bye.